Hi, my name is James Adam Tucker, and for the past 35 years, I've been an actor, director, and editor right here in Hollywood. Today's topic is going to continue in this series of videos I've been doing about information for new actors. I had a long conversation yesterday with an actress from out of the country. I think she was from Milan. And so she called me and wanted to talk about some information about possibly breaking into the business. How could she break into the business from outside the country? So she had a long list of questions. Some of them I could answer. Some I referred her to other people who I knew could answer them better than I could. But that made me start thinking of a topic that I needed to talk with you guys about. A lot of times as actors, we forget about the business side of show business. You think about getting the roles, going on the auditions, getting the headshots, the resume, all that stuff, but we forget about the business part. So what I want to talk about today is understanding the market. I made a nice list here, and I want to go through many of these items I have on the list and talk to you about those. A lot of these items, as I started my career, I did the same thing that I'm talking to you about. I didn't go into these topics and think about acting from a business point of view. And it helps to understand all sides of the business. So the first topic I want to talk about is identifying your type or brand. I think I mentioned that in some other videos. Trying to realize what characters casting people and directors and anyone who's making those decisions will see you as. Because when you're just starting out, just like the young lady I spoke to yesterday, she doesn't have headshots yet. She doesn't have a resume. She's done a little bit of training, and she wanted some details about, advice about what she should do. So this list includes some of the stuff I talked with her about. So identifying your brand. You want to take a realistic look at your age, what type, your voice, your look, what your personality is, and also your strengths as an actor. Also, I tell people to look at the roles that they are naturally drawn to, the roles they can easily see themselves playing. So this list that I'm creating will be down in the comment section or above the comment section, and you'll be able to take a look at it. And why does it matter? You need to understand what casting people will see you as. And again, when you're first starting out, casting people are going to look at you and say, oh yes, he could be a lawyer. Oh yes, she's the waitress. Oh yes, she's the young doctor. They're going to look at you and they want to instantly recognize that your real self represents the role they're trying to cast. So that's something that all new actors have to realize and understand. You can't play every role. You have to just accept that, especially when you're new. And even when you're older, actors who are successful, I've seen interviews with a lot of successful actors who truly believe that they can play any role. And it's not true. It just is not true. But especially when you're starting out, you want to know your type and you want to lean into that. You want to play into that so that when you're auditioning, you can be believable. You can be relaxed and realistic. The next one I want to talk about is something that is really important too nowadays. And it's a lot easier nowadays than it used to be, following the industry news. You want to know what's going on in the business. You want to know what projects are being cast, what projects are in development. And there are a lot of entertainment-related magazines and websites, Dateline, Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, Backstage. There are a lot of online magazines that you can get to stay abreast of what's going on in the business that you want to work in. You need to know about this stuff. It may not help you right away get a role, but the more informed you are about the industry you're working in, the better you're going to be. You need to know what's going on. You might find out some potential opportunities. You might be able to reach out to people in certain positions, but you need to know what's going on in the business that you're interested in working in. Why it matters. Again, why it matters is because you want to be able to follow up with people. You want to be able to reach out to people who may be decision makers. And not necessarily you will be able to reach out to people or not be able to get in touch with them. But it's good to know what's going on in this business, again, that you want to work in. Analyze streaming platforms and network trends. You want to look and see what kind of shows are being made. Nowadays, everything is basically streaming. Even movies that come out, they're streaming and in the theaters at the same time. So you want to take advantage of that. You want to find out what projects people are making. You want to look at the style of acting that's popular. You want to look at, especially for characters that are your type, characters that you would be cast to play. You want to be up on the trends and everything that's going on in this business. Let's see, track casting calls and breakdowns. So yes, when you're looking at the breakdowns, maybe on some site like Actors Access or Backstage, you want to see other projects that are going on. You want to see what the age range of people they're casting, what the types of roles that are available. It's good to read through those so that you know what's going on in the business and you know what characters are available. Sometimes you may even have friends who you'll find a role about that they may fit, and you let them know, and hopefully they'll do the same thing for you. You know, sometimes as actors, you know, we get in casting offices, or we make contact with casting directors or agents or managers, and we find out some information. It might not be directly helpful to you, but it may be helpful to an actor friend of yours. And you can share that information, and hopefully they'll do the same for you if they come across something that's right for you. Let's take a look. Let me continue to move down my list here. Excuse me a moment. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Research casting directors and their preferences. Now that's something that's important too. And with this online ability we have now, you can go to see tapes of casting directors giving speeches, talking about what they look for, talking about the do's and don'ts of the acting business. You may even go back through calls that you have received, casting calls you have received, and maybe you've done a submission, maybe you didn't get a call back, maybe you got a call back. And if you looked up the casting director, they may have an article they've written, or there may be a video where they were interviewed. And you can learn information about what they look for, what character types they look for, what they like and what they don't like. So that's a way to research the casting directors and find out, you know, their likes and dislikes. Also too, you want to study the career of similar actors. Actors who you could see yourself as being the new or younger version of that actor, and see how they progress through their careers. When did they start? IMDb and IMDb Pro is a great utility, a great tool for actors to have. You get on there, you can find out how people started their careers, what kind of roles they had. All this information is not directly going to get you to book a job, but again, it's going to get you to know more about the business that you're interested in being in. You want to know about the casting directors. You want to know about people who are your type, who are cast in roles. A lot of times roles that I go for, maybe I'll get a call back, maybe I don't get a call back, but then when I see the project, I see the person that got the role, and I can notice, especially at my age now, I can see, oh, he looks like 20 years older than me. That's probably one of the reasons they didn't cast me. Or, you know, they wanted somebody my age, but the final person they cast, oh, he looks 10 years older than I look, or younger than I look. You know, so that's the kind of thing you want to know. You want to be able to follow up on that stuff if you can. You may see that, exactly what I'm talking about now. You didn't get a role, and it's good to know who was cast in that role. And that's not going to give you, you know, it's not a science. That's not going to give you a definitive answer of why they got it and you didn't. But it also gives you a little insight to what they were looking for. Let's see what we have here. Examine, this is a good one, examine regional versus national markets. Now, the young lady I spoke to the other day, well, yesterday actually, I told her that since she was just starting out, the advice I always give people who are just starting out is to start where you are. You want to get as much experience as you can locally. You don't want to risk everything by coming to maybe New York or Los Angeles or now even Atlanta until you have, you know, just the basics, a resume, a good professional headshot, and some work on that resume, and then a demo reel showing your talent, you know, some good scenes of content that will let them know what your ability is, what your talent is. So don't jump the gun and come out before you're completely prepared. And study where you are. Find some reputable teachers. And when I say reputable, I mean, do your research on the teachers. Find out students who have went there, students who, you know, have positive reviews of these teachers and the classes they do. And don't get stuck with just one teacher or one technique. You want to learn a little bit from everyone you can, you know, and build up your education. Now, tons of books out there. When I started, Everything I studied about acting in the very beginning, I took classes in college, but everything I studied on my own was from the endless amount of books that are out there. So now if you go on Amazon, you can find so many great books on acting that are used, and you can buy them for relatively cheap. Start reading these books, build up a library, take notes, learn everything you can, and study before you come out. I tell people to also get a group of friends together, 3 or 4 friends who are also interested in the entertainment business. And nowadays with this technology, you can shoot high quality content. Some of it may be good enough for a reel, for use on your reel, potentially, but that's not the point. The point is to shoot and practice. You can practice on your own with a group of friends. Shoot some scenes, shoot some monologues, shoot some shorts, just for the fun of it. And it is practice. It is practice, and that's what you need. You need to build up that acting muscle. You need to build up that confidence. You need to build up that ability to be believable in front of the camera. So get together with people, relatives, friends, and just shoot. It doesn't have to be anything that you're trying to sell, or you don't even have to post it online. It's stuff that you will learn. You will learn. You need to learn as far as actors go. I also told her one thing she was interested in was learning more about being not just in front of the camera, but also behind the camera. So I told her that was very good, because you as an actor, you need to know what goes on behind the camera. You need to know a little bit about shooting. You need to know a little bit about lighting. You need to know a little bit about sound. Learn as much as you can where you are, and don't wait for the day, oh, I'm gonna wait till I move to a big market and then I'll start learning. No, you need to build up that resume. You need to build up that experience right where you are. And if there's nothing going on, take the initiative and start it yourself. That gives you skill and confidence that's going to help you through your whole career. Here's something else that I didn't do when I was young. You want to, if possible, attend industry events and network. That was one thing that impressed me about her. She shot me an email and asked if I was willing to talk and just give information. And that's what I do. That's why I'm here on YouTube. So of course I scheduled some time with her, and we did it was a Zoom meeting. And we did a Zoom meeting. But you want to attend industry events. You want to go and see panel discussions. You want to hear people who are doing what you're doing and learn how they got there and how they stay there. The more you can learn, the more confident you will be in this business, and the more you'll take the mystery out of it. And you also will show you that entertainment is a real business. You'll hear about so many actors and look into different actors' backgrounds, and you'll see how many of them are really highly educated as far as training goes in the acting business. I know a lot of people in this business just wake up one day, oh, I'm going to be an actor, and just start. No training. They may have done a school play or something, or I don't know. They just think it's easy because they see it on television or in the film. But it takes training. Anything that you want to have a longevity or you want to move up, you need to be trained to do it. So acting is just as important, to have training and to study and to learn everything that you can about this business. And finally, let's see what we have here. Finally, you want to leverage this big thing we have now, which didn't exist when I started, social media. There's so much you can find about projects. You can find about casting directors. You can find out about directors. You can find out about writers. And people do interviews all the time. They talk about projects they have in the planning. Again, I said IMDb Pro. That's a lot of great information there about projects that are in development. And again, this won't necessarily directly connect you to the job, but you can reach out to people. You can reach out to people who are in projects and see if they're willing to talk. See if something fits you directly. You've heard the stories of actors who go after projects, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying stalk somebody or make a pest out of yourself, but reach out in a professional way. Reach out to talent agents. And one thing I told the young lady I spoke to yesterday, she was talking about talent agencies. And one thing I told her too, once she has all her ducks in a row, headshot, resume, demo scene that she's proud of, headshot that's professional, start at the top. Start at the top. If you're looking for an agency, start at the top and work your way down. Don't start at the bottom. Start at the top. And you easily do that online. Also join actors' communities and network with other actors who are in the same position as you are, looking for work, trying to make those connections. They know about events. They may know someone who's willing to give advice, and always ask for advice. People do like to help if you ask in a professional manner, and because people do like to talk about what they know, as I do here on my channel here. I like to talk about what I know, and other people do the same thing. And you need to reach out and ask for help. Some people may just delete your email. Some may answer it and give you some critical advice, just one little piece of nugget that's going to help you. Again, but you want to leverage that social media. Follow different people in the casting business who are successful. And you may get a little tip on there. You never know. Casting people talk about what projects they're working on. They talk about meetings they have. And sometimes they blatantly say, I'm casting this and I'm having a hard time finding this role, this type, this person. And you'll be able to submit there. So again, use the internet, study, learn as much as you can, network, work with friends, family to get experience, because you want to build up your confidence. You want to build up your talent so that you're comfortable talking in front of the camera and relating with other actors. That's why I say it's great to do scenes, even if you're just doing those scenes with friends. You need that experience. You don't have, everything doesn't have to be something that has to be shown or sold, or, that's how you learn. Where go to these classes, find good classes and go to these classes and work. Go and take risk in the classes. Be prepared, participate. Don't just go to the class and sit there. You need to be there participating. Get together with fellow students after the class or on days that you don't have classes, and work on scenes that you worked on in classes. Work on other scenes. Again, this is something that this career, it's a business too. You need talent, you need the business part, and you need luck. People forget about that. Luck is a big part of this business. And a lot of luck is putting yourself in the right place at the right time, or meeting the right people at the right time. So you don't want to be an isolated loner. You want to network, and you want to get involved with other people in the business who are trying to work towards the same goal that you're trying to work towards. So take some of this advice. Like I said, I'll put this information down in the comment area, and you can review it and start moving forward on it. Make a little checklist for yourself and give yourself, as actors, we have a lot of downtime. Or we may not be working, we may be just submitting, our agent may be submitting us, we may be doing auditions, but you do end up having a lot of downtime. So you want to continue to move forward every day. You want to try to do at least one thing every day that could potentially propel your career in the direction you want it to go in. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again in the next one.